Right. This is the first thing that any archaeologist sees when they look at this end of the wall. It's called the gap or the seam. You can understand why it's called the gap, because there's a gap there. That's simple. And on either side of this gap, you notice that the stones don't interlink. To make, when you're building a wall, you interlink the stones so that it's one whole wall and they strengthen each other. But here, for some reason, the stones don't interlink. That tells us that on the right-hand side, we have an early wall, and then someone has come along and extended that wall on the left-hand side. So just think, the right-hand side here is north, the left-hand side is south. The stones on the left-hand side are typically Herodian stones. That means that they're the sort of stones that Herod the Great's masons would create. So this part here on the left-hand side, we know was part of the extension to the Temple Mound that Herod made. He wanted to make the temple and its surroundings one of the most important in the world. So he extended the Temple Mound quite considerably, both at the southern end and at the northern end. And so this is part of Herod's extension. But what is these stones on the right-hand side? The stones on the right-hand side look quite different to the stones on the left-hand side. You can see they're finished in a completely different way. These stones here are probably, and when we first found these back in the 1960s, some of us suggested that these might be the stones of Solomon's original Temple Mount. We don't think that now, and we can find out why in a minute. If you want to find out more about the gap and who placed the stones, why not join me next semester in the Apostolic Theological Seminary on a Biblical Archaeology course? I will leave a link in the description below.